All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's see. All right. Hello, hello, hello out there to everyone out there in Hey Bae land. Hey to all my bays out there. I'd like to give some time for some people to go ahead and come on in, come on in, come on in. We want you in here. We have an awesome, awesome topic to talk about on tonight as we celebrate Black History Month, honoring Black History Month. We're super, super excited tonight. And I'm excited for Hey Bae as well. One, that we got two things that we're excited about tonight. One, I'm excited that we're streaming from live from StreamYard tonight. So this is our first time doing that. And then this is my first show with guests. And I'm so super excited about my guest that I have on tonight as we talk about Black History Month. And we talk about Ebony and Ivory living together in perfect harmony. And can we live together in perfect harmony as Ebony and Ivory? So let me get a few things out of the way real quickly as I say again, hey, bae, to all of my bays out there. I am so super excited that you guys are joining me tonight, loving on me as I love on you. Keep in mind and remember that Hey Bae is something that was came from my mom, who called everybody Bae. I was Keisha Bae. Everybody had Bae at the end of their name pretty much. And that's just something that has just stuck with my heart since I've lost her. And I just want everybody to know and understand that that Bae, B-A-E, stands for before all else. Okay? Before all else. We're often taught to take care of everybody else, to do for everybody else, to get this done before you take care of yourself. But I am saying to you, take care of you, because there's no way that you can be great for somebody else if you're not a healthy you for you. Okay. So do what you have to do for you mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Do what you have to do for you first so that you can take from your spout and pour out into others. But if there is nothing in you and you are empty, you have nothing to pour into anyone else. Okay. And then if you work off of dryness for a while, after a while, dryness is what you're going to be giving to other people as well. And you don't even know why you'll be getting these looks, or people want to separate themselves from you, or however it could be because of the things that you're giving off to them, because you're working on what do they call it when the evaporation? You're working on evaporated time, where you haven't been filling yourself with what it is that you need. So do what you have to do for you. Make sure that you are Bae first before you put a Bae in front of you. Okay. Again, thank you so much. Please come on in. I hope you guys are able to get in through YouTube. We're the Hey Bae Show on YouTube. We are the Hey Bae Show on Facebook. And then you can also come in on my Facebook page, which is Lakeisha Goo Bailey on there as well. So you should be able to pull in on all of those streams there. Again, I am super, super excited tonight about our guest that we have tonight as we're honoring Black History Month. I want to go ahead and pull my guest in tonight so that we can get that introduction going for them, and then we can dive into this lovely, lovely, lovely topic talking about Black history. Now, before I bring them in, I want everybody tonight to just begin to think about Black history and what Black history means to you. And not in a sense of stirring up anger, not in a sense of stirring up frustration, not in a sense of stirring up confusion, not in a sense of making things worse than what they already are, but thinking of it in a sense of honoring what our forefathers done, honoring what our mothers and our fathers done, our grandmothers and our grandfathers done, that helped pave the way for us, honoring those who stood in lines when they were not supposed to stand in lines, honoring those who spoke up when it wasn't the normal thing to do, honoring those who were brave during these times and during these moments, and the legacy that they left behind for us that enables us to be able to do the things that we do today because of the footprint that they left for us back then, that footprint and that fingerprint that they left for us back then. Okay. So I want you to think about Black History Month and Black History period during those times as we prepare to bring in these wonderful guests that I have here. I'm going to go ahead and enter them in here. I believe I have everybody on here. All right. I've got everybody on here. And I want to start from the top of my list here. I have Mr. Stevie Burks here with me. I know him dearly as Bishop Burks. He was my former pastor when he was here in Athens, Alabama. He currently now resides in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I am so super excited to have you here to talk about Black history and what Black history means, and everything that's going on in the world today and things like that. But I'd like to give a brief moment here, Bishop, for you to just introduce yourself. I know I gave a small introduction, but just tell us a little bit about you. Can you hear me? I think there may be a little lag there. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Everybody can hear me? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Bishop can't hear me there. I don't know. Maybe it didn't go through. Okay. Maybe I can pull him. I'll pull him in just a minute. Can you hear me? Um, hold on. Nope. Your mic's not on mute. I don't know what happened there. Let me try Miss Alexis and then we'll come back to Bishop. I think we got some technical difficulties with Bishop's mic and audio there. So I'll check that and make sure we've got everything going well with that. Next, I have Miss Alexis Thompson, who is here with us as well. She is one of my former managers. I worked with her over at Snap On Tools. And let me tell y'all something. This lady has blessed me in so many ways just in her deeds. She is not a talk about it kind of person. She is a be about it kind of person. And I am so appreciative of the things that she has done. I'm so appreciative of how she has made so many changes and just with me, number one, but I have watched her do so many things in the community. I've watched her do so many things for so many people, and her heart is so big, so big. And I always tell her I want to be like you when I grow up, because just the way she does things, and she doesn't do it for accolades. She doesn't do it to get anything back. She does it because it's just who she is, and it's just her heart. And I know I threw a whole lot on there, Miss Alexis, but let me just give you a moment to talk a little bit about you, and tell us a little bit about you, what you do, and where you're from.
Well, thank you, Keisha. I appreciate the invite tonight. I'm just so happy for you and your your show. So I'm excited about that. My name is Alexis Thompson Tony, and I am the quality assurance manager at PPG Industries. I've been there for almost 5 years now. I'm married. I have a husband, Terrence, and a daughter, Sarah Tony, and I have a bonus daughter, Camilla Maldonado, and we're just we feel that we're God's eyes and hands, ears, feet here on earth. So we want to let our light shine so the others see Christ
Amen.
in us.
Amen.
So
Amen.
that's my philosophy in life. And I was raised by my grandparents. So my mother was in the picture, but I just had a heart for my grandparents because I stayed with them all the time.
Uh-huh.
But I learned a lot for them. You treat people the way you want to be treated, and
Absolutely.
you treat everybody from the janitor all the way up to the top. We all put our pants on one leg at a time.
Absolutely.
So with respect.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that introduction. And let me tell y'all, she lives by that. She truly do live by that. It's one thing for somebody, like I said, to talk about things and talk about what they do or what they want to do. But this is a be about it kind of woman. And I am so appreciative that our paths crossed. I'm so appreciative to be able to call you a friend. It's an honor for me. It's a bonus for me. You help my sparkle shine. Thank you so much for coming on the show tonight. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Next, we have Miss Allison Bevelheimer. And let me tell you, this lady right here, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She is such an amazing friend. Another former boss of mine as well. Worked with her 5 years over at Automation Personnel Services. She is a no nonsense kind of person. I tell her all the time, she has that love of if you're crying or something like that, she'll say, hey babe, how you doing, what's wrong, what's going on? But then she'll say, okay, wipe them up, let's go, we got to get to work. And I love that. I absolutely love that about her. And she is so wonderful. She has been so great. We have such a wonderful relationship that we've developed over these 5 years. And I'm just grateful to have you and grateful to have you on tonight. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. And actually, she came to me to talk about Black history. She wanted to talk about Black history and share her story as well. So thank you so much for coming in and coming to me tonight. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. And I'm looking forward to it. Now, I will want you to go ahead and tell us a little bit about you. I know I'm giving y'all these extended introductions, but maybe there's a little bit left for y'all to talk about yourselves there. So go ahead, Ms. Allison.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for the wonderful accolades. I'll send you that $100 later. Thank you so much for this opportunity, Keisha. I'm very honored to be a part of your show. You know how much I think of you. This is a wonderful opportunity, and I'm just so thankful to your guest as well. My name is Allison Bevelheimer. I'm the branch manager for Automation Personnel Services here in Madison, Alabama. I've been with Automation. It'll be 20 years come August. I love this experience, the opportunity to be able to kind of mentor individuals that have not had a male or a female influence in their life. Try to help them be a better person, try to help give them the resources to be successful. And Keisha, you worked with me, and I can be, just no nonsense, but at the same time, I do feel like I have a heart of gold when it comes to things like that. I'm a widow of 53 years old, about to be 54. I'm a widow of 4 years. I've got 3 wonderful bonus children, like Miss Alexis. I got Brittany and Brielle and Brandon. My bonus son actually lives with me, and he lives in the bonus room upstairs. I've got 2 wonderful fur babies, Jameson and Tito, which Keisha is very well knows very well. Little Tito's got a crush on her. He will never leave her side anytime she's at my house. So that's just a little bit about me. I was born in Key West, raised in Cookeville, Tennessee. I was brought to Huntsville in 2003 and been here ever since.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that, Allison. I'm so looking forward to talking with you during the duration of the show as well. Now I want to get back to Bishop Bergs. Hopefully, are you working now, Bishop? Is everything
Oh, no.
working now?
I don't think he can hear you.
Nope, I don't think he can hear me. I don't know what's
Let's see.
happening. His
He had
mic's
it
not
working.
working.
He had it working earlier.
Yep. I wonder what is it.
Do you have to take one of us out and bring him in?
No, because it was working with everybody earlier. I hate that. Um, his volume's fine. Automatically adjust volume. Nope.
I don't think he can hear you either.
Can you hear us? Wow.
Oh,
Everything was working so well. I
it
don't know
was.
what
He was doing great. I know he had a couple of hiccups at the beginning, but he came in loud and clear earlier.
happened. Oh, let me try one more thing.
Tell Satan to get out of your chat room.
I know that's right. While we're trying to have a show, and in the midst of my live show as well, y'all bear with us. We're having some technical difficulties as we're trying to get all of our guests in, and I'm trying to pull Mr. Burks in here, and I'm thinking that the technical issues may be on his side there because everybody else is working just fine. So, and I can bring in up to 10 guests on any one show, so it shouldn't be any issues there. So I don't know what's happening there. Bishop, when you get a voice, just say something. We'll try to move on with it. Yep, and it's still not working. That's weird.
It's very weird.
I still can't hear anything.
Okay, now I can hear you. I can hear him.
We can't hear him.
I can
Yeah,
hear.
I heard him say something, but he's
Alexis,
very,
do you
very
hear
low.
me?
I
He's
heard
very, very low. He said, I still can't hear anything. Maybe his volume went down or something. Okay, we're going to try to go ahead and go on with the show, and maybe we can bring him in and bring in a soft recording there afterwards. I apologize for the setbacks and for the inconvenience here, guys. I really do. This is a first time StreamYard that we had, so it's always got to be something that's going to happen. So anyway, here we go. So ladies, again, thank you so much for coming in on the Hey Bae Show. We're talking about Black History Month. Ebony and Ivory living together in perfect harmony. And I was telling Allison about this the other day when I was listening to the song Ebony and Ivory. And I just want to pull up the lyrics here when I was listening to it. I have heard this song as a kid so many times. I always love the chorus of the song. And just, Ebony and Ivory live together in perfect harmony, side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord, why can't we? And I never thought about those words as a child. I just liked the tune. It was a nice tune to sing and to hum. And I never thought about it until I have identified the so many issues that brought about that song for me. And now listening to it, it hits me a little different. When you hear Ebony and Ivory living together in perfect harmony. And then when they mentioned using an analogy side by side on my piano. And if you look at the piano are white and black keys on the piano. And one of the things that's amazing to me is when you're looking at those white and black keys, the inventor of the piano could have made those keys green and red. They could have made those keys purple and black. They could have made them orange and blue. They could have made them teal and green, or it could have just been a all wood thing, because it has strings and things like that tied to it. But they were white and black for a reason, and it made me think that the inventor of the piano wanted to identify the significance of what black and white can do when they came together. Because when you hit those keys together, of course the white sound good by themselves, of course the black sound good by themselves, but when you put those keys together, there's a harmony that hits that sounds like no other. There's a
Wow.
harmony that hits that can't be matched. You know what I'm saying? And it's amazing to hear that in that song, in that
Wow,
way,
Keisha. You just gave me goosebumps.
to hear that in that way, side by side on my piano or my keyboard. Oh Lord, why can't we? Why can't we stand by side by side? Why can't we have that perfect harmony? What is it that's causing us? And I pose this question to you guys. What is it that's causing us not to be able to stand and be in that perfect harmony like with that piano? I'll start with you, Miss Allison.
My personal opinion is there's a lot of ignorant people in this world, and it's sad, especially here in the South, especially in Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana, and it's sad. It's a philosophy that's been carried through generation after generation after generation after generation, and nobody's there to break the cycle. It's going to take infiltrating these areas and having people like myself that don't see color breaking these cycles. It's just stupidity. It's absolute ignorance, and people need to be able to get in there and educate everyone on we are equal. We are equal in God's eyes. That is all that matters at the end of the day. I don't care what my
Absolutely.
neighbor thinks. I don't care what my boss thinks. I don't care what anybody else thinks. Even my parents, my grandparents, I don't care. I care about what my Lord and Savior thinks. And my Lord and Savior does not see color. He created us all. He created us all in his image.
Amen. Miss Alexis?
And I agree with you, Allison. I think from the old days, they set it up. They wanted to pit us against one another.
Yes, ma'am.
That was a tactic they used to keep, to keep us going against each other. Because I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
there's material out there that shows that, they want to make sure that this person feels like they're inferior, or they, better than this person. But we
Yes,
all
ma'am.
put our pants on one leg at a time. We all
Yes,
we all bleed the same color. You know,
absolutely.
we
Mm-hmm.
are God's children. When we get to heaven, it's not gonna be a white church, a black church. It's gonna be one.
Absolutely.
That is
Amen.
absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. I want to check real quickly and see if Bishop Burks can hear us yet. I see he's here, but I don't know if he can hear us yet there. Can you hear us, Bishop Burks? Nope, he went away again. Okay, so we'll keep checking with him as well. But you're absolutely right. There is no color when it comes to right and wrong. There is no
Absolutely.
color when it comes to love. And I'll put it that way. When
Absolutely.
it comes to love, doesn't have a color. And
No.
I'll just bring this story, which was very. It was hard for me to have this conversation with my granddaughter because, of course, we're in celebrating Black History Month. She's in school. She's in preschool right now. And when she came home with a sheet where she had to choose one of the figures that was on the sheet and do a poster to talk about that figure that she chose. And she chose Miss Ruby Bridges on there. And I know she chose her because that picture that they had of her, she had little pigtails in her hair and a little red dress on and things like that. And she looked like a little kid. So that's what made her choose her, because Ruby Bridges made a change when she was a 6-year-old. But when I had to talk to her about why we were celebrating Black History Month and why we were doing this project, and I asked her the question, I said, do you have any Black kids in your class? And she said, I have brown kids in my class. And I said, oh, okay. I said, you have brown kids in your class? I said, well, and I began to tell her the story back before your Gigi was born, your before your mom and dad was born, there was a time where brown kids and white kids couldn't go to school together. There was a time where, we couldn't, brown kids had to, sit in one place and, white sat in another place and things like that. And I was explaining, I said there was a time that people hated us because of the color of our skin and treated us badly. And she said, but Gigi, she said, all of my brown friends and all of my white friends are very nice to me. She said,
Oh,
they don't treat me bad. And I said, I know they don't treat you bad. And it touched my heart because the concern on her face as I was explaining the story to her, she was extremely concerned that there was a time that someone didn't like someone of her skin color. And she said, I get to play with all of my white friends. We play together every day. I said, you do. I said, but there was a time we couldn't do that. That was the first time. And I
oh
had
my
to
word.
think back to my conversation. Did I hear you there, Bishop? I had to think back to my conversation when I had it with my children. I couldn't remember being that distraught to have it with my grandbaby, and of course they say your love is a little different with the grandbaby. So, I'm holding her and I'm, feeling she's a little fragile as I'm trying to give her the conversation. But my whole thing there was to say, when you're that small, you don't see color. All you see is someone you want to play with. Your heart is pure when it comes to seeing another human being. It takes someone to fill you with that kind of energy and with that kind of hate and with those kinds of issues, with their own issues that they have with themselves, that they take and they post on someone else to tell someone else to hate someone because of the color of their skin. You haven't even learned anything about me. You don't know that I'm a wonderful person to talk to. You don't know that I may be a decorated soldier. You don't know that I may be a heart surgeon or a lawyer. You don't know these things. The only thing you know is that you just see me, this brown girl, as my grandbaby calls it, and you decide that because my color is not like yours, that you choose to hate me or to do bad things there to me because of it, and put me at a place of disadvantage. So I just want to know, when it comes to telling this particular, like Allison says, she has fur babies there. So, and I already know Tito loves me, so I don't think he sees color either. But Miss Alexis, did you have to have this conversation with your children, or even because we also, and I know you have fur babies, Allison, but you said you have your bonus children also. How do you guys have this conversation as a family, especially when it comes around this time of year? How do you guys have this conversation with your family, and what actually is it do you say, or is there any actions or anything like that that you take for this particular time?
That is a phenomenal question, Keisha. And to be honest with you, I I talked to them even though they were in their teenage years, but leaving my nieces and nephews as they were young, and they were around my father, young growing up. But the conversations that I've had are truthful, honest. What we did as a race to African Americans back 200 plus years ago,
Mm-hmm.
it's something that we must own. And trying to erase history, taking down monuments, changing history books, changing how things are being told to next generations doesn't take away what really happened. None of that takes anything away from what happened. The only way to break the cycle is to educate and to try to say, hey, this is what we did, but this is what we need to do now. This is what we need to do to going into the future, and making sure that we all see each other the same and equal, regardless, be it African American, be it Asian, be it Hawaiian, be whoever. None of us are any better than the other because of our skin color.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go ahead, Miss Alexis.
Oh
Miss
no,
Alexis going out too? Is everybody going out? What is happening?
I don't know. It's Satan.
Absolutely, it is. I'm so confused at what is happening. Let me see.
Don't know. Now, Stevie, you can see where his mic is muted on his little, and so's Miss oh, there's Miss Alexis.
So Stevie's mic is muted.
It looked, yeah, that there's a little mic icon next to his name, and it's got the little slash through it.
Mute your guest because. Oh, it says they chose to mute themselves, so he's on mute. Hold on. It won't let me unmute because it says he unmute. We're gonna definitely have to redo this one. Hold on, let me see.
Are you back, Miss Alexis?
Can you hear Alexis?
I don't think she can.
mute either. I don't know what's happened.
Oh no.
This is so weird.
It's so weird.
Okay, let me try and end and come back, guys. Bear with me just a moment because I hate to keep having these technical difficulties. I'll be right back. Y'all come back in, okay?
Okay.
Everybody, we're gonna go out and everybody come back in. Let's see what happens.
Got it.
This is weird.